will be logging on here shortly. We know that you have faced some unprecedented challenges over these last 18 months and want to acknowledge your efforts both clinically and your scholarly work and celebrate your milestone advancement on the DNP journey. So we are lucky enough to have Dr. Smith with us this morning, or this afternoon now, I guess. Dr. Smith has been a constant and avid supporter of this immersion experience for our doctoral students. So without further ado, I'll go ahead and turn it over to her to welcome you to the 2021 DNP Intensive.
Good afternoon. Thank you, Dr. Thule. I'm so excited that you all are here this afternoon. And while we much rather be together, either at the UC or the Weston or somewhere, this is really a great opportunity for you all to share your journeys. Some of you are just starting or have just finished the first milestone in your journey. And then some of you are at the end of the road and you're going to be thinking in January, now what do I do? Because you won't have assignments hanging over your head and you won't have things that you need to be thinking about and moving your projects along. So wherever you are in your journey, it goes by very, very quickly. I want to thank the faculty on this in the DNP program, because whether you realize it or not, and I'm pretty sure you all do, they are your biggest champions. They have supported you and they have worked with you and they have done everything they can to get you to this point. And besides that, they're just a bunch of nice people. I can't think of anybody I'd rather have with me on a journey like this, because we all know it's very stressful. So I appreciate the three of them and what they've done for you to get you to this point. And of course, Roger, we appreciate him for helping us make all this magic happen. I will not take much more time other than to tell you all, no matter where you are, congratulations. I look forward to seeing some of you being conferred with your doctorate in just a very few short weeks. And before we know it, the rest of you will be sitting in the same place a year from now. The days are just flying by and you'll be here before you know it. I'm going to kind of hover in and out. I'm going to actually, go, mute or whatever non-visual, I guess that's the word. I actually have to go down and teach a class at 1, but I'm going to try and come in and out and listen to some of the presentations this afternoon. But I look forward to welcoming you, those of you who will be joining us as Dr. Whomever. A little bit of advice. When I earned my PhD, and it took me 3 years to do that, I told my husband, I said, for the next 24 hours, as my degree was conferred, you have to call me Dr. Smith. And I don't care if it's Dr. Smith, we need more toilet paper in the bathroom. It's Dr. Smith. So you've earned this degree. Make sure that people address you appropriately and call you Dr. Whomever, because it's been a long journey and you've earned the title. So to the future doctors in a couple of weeks and the other doctors in a year, congratulations, and I will listen. Thank you, Dr. Thule.
Thank you, Dr. Smith. I'm going to open up for comments and welcoming by our DNP faculty, Dr. Dupre and Dr. Holcomb, Dr. Jackson, and then we'll just go over a little bit of housekeeping before we start our exciting senior presentations. Dr. Dupre, did you want to lead us off?
Good afternoon. I'm so glad to see all your smiling faces and really looking forward to the presentations. I know how hard you've worked on them, and this is your time to shine, and you're the experts. You know the topic better than anyone, so try to relax and have fun, and we welcome you to the intensive. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Dupre. Dr. Jackson, did you want to welcome everyone?
Certainly. Thanks, Dr. Thule. Welcome to one of the most stress-inducing, most gratifying times in your DNP journey. I know those of you who are going to present today will just be like a Filet-O student tomorrow. You'll be totally relaxed and enjoy the presentations. But I wanted to remind the junior students to take this time and look to where you are going to be next year at this time, doing your final presentations. So take notes from our seniors, because everybody, whether you're a junior or senior, has worked very hard towards this point. So this day is to be enjoyed. I hope you have your goodie boxes either consumed or with you to consume while you're having presentations. But thank you all for letting us be a part of your journeys.
Thank you so much, Dr. Jackson. Dr. Holcomb.
Hi, everyone. So good to see you all. I am very, very much looking forward to listening to your presentations, both those of you who are finished and especially those of you who are just starting, so I can get a feel for where you're headed, so I'll know what kind of data to expect and how to help you down the road. So good luck today. Have fun as much as you can, especially after you're finished with your own presentation, in listening to everyone else's. And I'm going to preemptively apologize as well for having to pop off for a couple of hours this afternoon. I have a class on Tuesday and Thursday afternoons with the undergraduate honors students on death and dying, and today they have their death cafe that they're presenting to campus. So I will pop off and not be on for a couple of hours, but I will review those presentations that I miss via submitted videos in the meantime.
Thank you so much, Dr. Holcomb. I also wanted to introduce all of you to Dr. Linda Hill. She is the coordinator of our nurse anesthesia program. Dr. Hill, we're glad that you're here today, and I'm assuming you'll be popping in and out as well, but we're so glad that you're here.
Thank you very
nurse
much.
anesthesia, oh, I'm sorry.
I said, thank you very much.
So our nurse anesthesia program will be transitioning to a DNP degree, terminal degree. So we'll be excited to add the nurse anesthesia group among our group of students too. So Roger, I didn't know if you had any other comments or advice for the students before we kind of just go over the housekeeping rules.
Thank you. I think everyone here is an expert at Zoom, and I think I've turned off my echoing devices, but everyone should have my cell phone number. I'll be right here. Call me if or text me if you need me, or you can actually reach me via the chat box. Anything I can do to help you, I'll be here.
Thank you so much, Roger. And as Dr. Jackson mentioned, I hope that you all have received your goodie boxes and are planning to enjoy them. Just a couple housekeeping rules, because we want this to really be an event that supports our scholarly work and community of inquiry. So cameras on during the intensive hours, with your microphones muted during the presentations. Everyone has allotted time after their presentation to answer questions or receive feedback. So we would ask that you hold your questions and applause until the end of each presentation. And take your break. You know, we have breaks scheduled in. We wanted to be very mindful of this being a virtual event. So please take the breaks that are allotted so that you come back to each session a little refreshed and ready to go on to the next. And if you have any trouble at all connectivity-wise, you all should have received an email yesterday with Roger's cell phone, and he is standing by ready to assist. We will stick to the schedule. I know that none of you will run over because you've worked very hard to meet your time limits. But if we finish early, we will wait for the next scheduled presentation in order to facilitate attendance of community members. So are there any questions or from our students? Questions or comments? Everybody looks good to go and ready to be here. Dr. Holcomb, Dr. Jackson, Dr. Dupre, anything else you wanted to bring up or mention? All right, so I think we have about 4 minutes before we start our first presentation. Our first session will include presentations from senior students Fiona, Kyle, and Deborah. We'll have a break and then move on to Christy, Natalie, and Bronte.